To love, respect, and nurture our natural resources was a part of Ron Long's heritage passed to him from his father, Burton Long, and grandfather, Arthur Hanford. His years of dedication and outstanding contribution to soil and water conservation were recognized by the Chouteau County Conservation District, CCCD, with a Lifetime Achievement Award in 2020. Ron passed away from injuries sustained in a tragic accident while helping a friend in April of 2021. Not long after the accident, the CCCD received a document from Ron's daughter, Sarah Long-Sunt, saying, "Please use, distribute, excerpt his document as you see fit for educational purposes." That is absolutely his intended purpose. The CCCD is honored to facilitate publishing the document and include additional written works by Ron that will provide relevance to his research and personal journey. Ron's love of learning was only surpassed by his desire to share his knowledge, hoping that others would benefit from some of the things I or we learned the hard way. He humbly acknowledged that accomplishments also come with failures. Hopefully, the former outweighs the latter. Ron shares his story starting on his first birthday in 1941, when his family moved from the Palouse, Washington area to Highwood, Montana, to farm on what the locals call the Highwood Bench, or the Bench. Growing up and working alongside his father, established conservation values that were perfectly suited to the 1969 grassroots effort of the Highwood Alkali Control Association and his most current work on the Montana soil acidity problem. We hope that you appreciate the technical research and enjoy the artwork, photos, and historical material as you read the inspiring story of one man's passion as a steward of the land. It seems the same challenge lies before the present farmers that lay before us in 1969. But today's farmers have a new set of production economics, new technologies and equipment to use, and lots of new crops to grow. It is a different mix. Perhaps they could join ranks again, compare notes, and support one another cooperatively to try and figure out how to stay in business while managing the land in a way to protect it from seeps, and now from acidity also. The Seep research itself is done and is available to anyone that wants it. Very few, if any, of the basic principles discovered will ever be disproved. They are basic. The research was scientific and thorough. Many man-years, gallons of sweat, copious reviews. Many dollars and tons of dedication went into discovering and compiling it. It was not something that came easily, nor was it thrown together hastily. It was done by top-notch researchers in cooperation with the farmers on the land. Learning to use that knowledge now, along with the opportunities of today's technology and crops, should be exciting and beneficial while conserving the land and preserving future profitability options. A conservation poem by Tim Kalanick. When our forefathers came, many years ago, of conservation they did not know. They thought there was plenty for many years. Of starvation they had, no fears. The land was rich and full of game, but with their cattle, overgrazing came. Their farming methods were not the best, and the soil, they did not rest. So now is the time for conservation plans, to renew the soil and rebuild the land. The ranges need resting, the fields need plans. But there are only two people who can rebuild the lands. That is you and I, and we must save it. This wonderful land the good Lord gave us. One man's passion as a steward of the land is Ron Long's story, and research spanning a lifetime of conservation values while facing resource concerns that affected his family farm. In this book, you will learn he did not face them alone. He was part of an amazing community and group of people who worked as a team, getting it done. The Chouteau County Conservation District hopes that you enjoy the book and would like to take this opportunity to thank you and your family for contributing to the legacy of all stewards of the land.